So, this is me. It's time. I made a video yesterday, but I didn't upload it after I thought for a while. I'm not ready yet to go in labor camp. I was talking about PayPal, Spotify, Apple, and all the other companies who presume state or country authority playing law and order, and all the governments of the world let them do. Uh, yeah, the attack on Linux. I mean, Linux became too powerful, I guess, and nobody can really influence it. So now we have these. Let me call it generation conflict, maybe. So yeah, so they got Linux out. They try to get all the brains out. I mean, some of the brains are just not the most social people like I am. Like I'm super friendly, nice, never saying anything bad, and right. So, but I mean, they're not just rude; they're actually smart too. So, and they want to get them out, and then we get all these. Uh, I don't know what we get in, and I don't think Linux will have a long future anymore once we get infiltrated and forced to all these things. If somebody does rubbish, you can tell them you did rubbish. Like, I had a driving student, did 3 hours with her, and third hour was she just getting there a little bit. Then she had a longer break, came with a fourth hour. Uh, Almost killed people because I mean I have a break, so I could avoid the worst and stuff like that. And then on the end, she told me, "I think I really improved." I said, "I really think you didn't. You were better before. The long break didn't help you much." So then she never came back. I think people today like sweet lies. It's better than uncomfortable truth. Uncomfortable truth, you can do something with lies. What do? And you can maybe see a little bit my background desktop image here a little bit. So it kind of expresses some of my feelings. I mean, I too was once trapped in a female body, but then my mother gave birth and I was free. So it didn't last too long. I think I was there 9 months and then it's all good, right? So, however, the other video was worst. If you think my ranting videos are bad, no, my ranting videos are actually in favor of the distros I'm working on and where I got disappointed. Now it's getting even worse. Yeah, if somebody, you know what I mean? I mean, how is Linux going to work in the future? So we all have to jump to BSD then. I mean, they came out with their, you know, oh, you can't hug me, you can't say nice words to me because they might be offensive to me right now in that point of time, and all that stuff. And, oh, I made a bad code, and what? Yeah, you ruined almost the whole thing. So, what the heck? I mean, what happened in this world? You know what I mean? If we do that, talking everything, every rubbish nice, then, I mean, from my business now, let's say, we would have the most dangerous drivers on the road. They wouldn't last long. They would kill so many on the way until they get finally maybe removed, because maybe they just say, I didn't want to kill these 10 people there. Yeah, okay, you did. And then, don't do that anymore. Okay, next time try harder. Yeah, and then they kill just 5 people on the way. Oh, really tried harder. You need another chance. Sure, you should have another chance, right? So then I would think, how about pilots? You are not ready to take off. I want to have my solo flight. Okay, give me your check first. Good luck to you. You know what I mean? There's just, if you don't have a certain skill level, they can't talk it nice. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If it hurts your feelings, sit down on your butt and get some work done to get where you want to be. Not through social blackmailing, Yeah, you just think he does not like me, that's why I can't get this. No, you bloody whiner and want to get everything through smooth talk. Get down to work and get some things done. Learn stuff, do stuff, take it from those people who are where you want to be. So, that's what it is, right? I mean, I got carried away. Oh, man. Also, I hope and think that my TV last a very long time, because I do not want to have these spy TVs in my living room with more cameras pointed to me than on the road, and spying on me day and night. What the heck? And they don't need to know what I watch. If I want them to know, I'll let them know. And no, it's not customer service invading my privacy. And now, I mean, it the wallpaper might express here a little bit my state of the whole situation. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I had a fellow pilot, and he stopped flying and said, "What happened?" "Oh, I scared myself." "Oh," I said, "okay, if you triple and fall on the floor." I said, "Do you stay on the ground? Do you?" "Yeah, that's it. No more standing up. It's too dangerous. I could fall down." "Oh, this is what life is. If it's your time, it's your time. If it's not your time, it's not your time. Right? Be carefully, do your best, and this is it. And get the proper training. Don't get it through whining. That's what we have now. We have people in positions that shouldn't really be there. They don't have the skill set. And I mean, this does not mean he's an orange bully, like shouting and screaming and calling other people names. No, 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 no. This just means do not give up. If you fall down, get up and start again. Right? This is a reaction against bullies. That doesn't help you much. You know. To say it with my own words. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I saw a few videos about Linux leaving. It reminded me so strong on TrueCrypt. You know, TrueCrypt was the encryption at all. That was it. Yeah, that was the way to encrypt your hard drives, your data. Keep it safe. There was no way they could invade it, because you could have an encryption in an encryption. So you had kind of a dummy. You get blackmailed. You open it up after you get your water bombed 2 times. Then they open. You have a fake system running up, and nobody can even see that it is a fake system, right? And once they got threatened, what I think happened there, my personal opinion, as long as I can still have it, all of a sudden they say, "Oh yeah, no, Microsoft has such a nice file encryption, we don't do anything anymore." So I think they had a visit where they told them, you want to live, you stop that, and we give you some bucks, or you don't live anymore. And now they got Linux out, which is untypical him. I'm not saying he wants to be nicer every now and then, but if it blows his fuse, then it blows his fuse, and that is for a reason. It is not that he sits there and said, who I'm going to insult today. No, he's working on the code, and when he stumbles about something really bad, then he vents it out and said, "What the heck did you send me there? Are you insane?" Right? Because he has expectations. That's when people run. And they get disappointed, and then they vent it. So, and I mean, what does it mean? Now if we go with, it's all good, then, have a rubbish code, yeah, it will break the kernel. But you don't reject this. That would be against my personal feelings. You can't have that. Okay, we put in a kernel and ruin the whole thing. Yeah, brilliant. What the heck is going on? And then that leader, that woman, which looks like an AI to me, she's collecting, I don't know, she wants $10,000, $20,000, or whatever it is, 100, I don't know what it is, for making another one of these, what I call rubbish policies, templates, which all the open source are now taking over. Oh yeah, we hug each other without hugging each other, and we cannot hug each other because it's offensive, and we cannot not hug each other because that's offensive too, because that means you don't love me anymore and you reject me, and if you hug me, this is a sexual offense. So what? What is going on here? I mean, I still call a shuffle a shuffle. This is it for now. Yeah. So until they come and offer me tons of money to take my super big monetary channel down. All right. I mean, I told you from the beginning, guys, that I should go on a market and make money as a fortune teller, because I always told you guys, as more influence Linux get, as more they try to take it down or influence it or infiltrate it. So I think Linux is now being infiltrated. It's going to happen because the doors are open now. As like in wargaming in the beginning, like the competent people get bullied out, but with social bullying, "Oh, you were mean to me," something like that. So Linux goes, so the competence and some developers which vent their stuff out are I mean, I wouldn't mind if they pull the trigger, so at least then all these scavengers can't have their products. And if that means Linux goes down, then okay, then people have to start thinking, was it worth it? And I would say no. And I mean, all of us, I think, who watch this channel, we do have alternatives. So if Linux goes down, then BSD it is for then, right? And if everything goes wrong, then we have to get people like Solus or even Gentoo and stuff make their own kernel. You know, I mean, yeah, that's not what we want, because the whole idea was having millions of people working on one project for free, and then it's not so much hard work and stuff like that, and it's clean, and people check the code, and we don't have something like malware spyware systems like Windblows and things like that. So they kind of ruin the free world. We are really under attack here, guys. So the whole privacy goes down. I can only tell you, I will never use Windows. This is it. I am not going to use Windows. I use Windows for one thing in the moment only, and that's PDF, which is calculating something. So I fire up my virtual box, go in Windows, open that PDF, let it calculate, save it, shut the whole thing down, go back in Linux and do my work after that. That's all I do with Windows, and that's all I ever get where I really, really need it in the moment. And I hope that soon we don't need it anymore, and then I don't need it anymore. This is it. And because I don't want to run Windows. Not at all. Yes, it's Windows 7, but no can do. And yeah, then BSD it is, guys, right? I mean, if Linux goes down, it's like the Titanic. Did the Titanic go down in this reality? I get confused. You watch so many YouTube videos. I can tell you one thing. It seems in my reality, that wasn't the way to go. Yeah, you can try that. I mean, you see that in shopping malls, that kids throw themselves on the floor and cry because they have a broken will. They can't get what they want while they want it at this time. So now that seems to be accepted in our society. You make that face, you're the victim. I mean, I don't want to be the sexist here, you know. I'm already in trouble enough, I guess. But I mean, look, if men and women and a couple, what I understand is a couple for now, if they argue, so the woman cries, the man shouts and screams and is angry, so who looks like the victim? Right? Of course the woman. Because crying is the weapon of the weak and it always gets through, right? So, weapon of the weak are taking over now. Yeah, crying is, if you can't beat somebody, then you cry. See, those women who are stronger than their husband, there's domestic violence too. It goes the other way around. The man has to cry. What the heck? You fight until it, you know what I mean? I might have too much German blood in me. You know what I mean? There is no surrender. What is that? Yeah, you don't give up. So there's no such thing. So, yeah. Channel update. So, on weekends, my wife is still coming home, and I try to have as much time as possible with her. So I can't do videos on weekends, and I hardly can. Usually, I read the comments, but I can't quickly answer because on my phone it's a nightmare. It's too small and stuff like that. So I usually do it then on Monday mornings or stuff when I can. And I will produce. How does this sound? No, I will make 2 to 3 videos a week, I think, more useful than this one here. But it needed to be vented out, guys. We need to be aware that our privacy and our way of life is fully invaded here. And they all come with the social blackmailing. Yeah, the social blackmailing. Oh, you didn't love me, you rejected me. Then you hug her. Oh, this is a sexual offense. What the heck? What is it now? You know what I mean? It's a minefield. You move, you die. So that's what they want. They don't want you to move anymore. It's like they jump and then you ask how high, right? Man, this is wrong here. It is unbelievable. I'm not going too much in NAFTA and politics, but what I have seen on information, a no NAFTA deal might be just perfect for Canada. You know, because then we Canada doesn't have to sell 75% of the oil to the US, or they can actually make money for once, and they don't have to buy their oil back for their own provinces, you know. So that could be a big plus. I don't know. I just think that the USA get taken over the same way. We all are in it, in the same boat. Doesn't matter USA, whatever it is, or which country. But in the moment, it's more obvious in the USA. I mean, I'm not a politician, and I'm not super smart. And let's say I just see it with my own eyes. So what I have seen is there is a guy. He calls his long-term allies foe. The foes who threaten them to death, he calls allies. He isolates the country from world trades, making trade war with everybody they're trading with, the whole world trades actually with. That's how far I have seen it, so much. And I mean, then if I switch back to a different picture, I know that all the other countries, they don't have to go through the US. The USA is not the center of the universe. So if Europe wants to deal with China, they can do that. They don't have to go through the US. But it was just kind of a worldwide agreement so that everybody gets peace and everybody's doing okay, right? And if you interrupt this, that is not going well. Earlier or later, somebody will be left behind, you know. So, dang, yeah, I don't know. And I don't, how can I see this? I don't see this as political one country. I see this always as an attack on mankind. Yeah, this is a mankind thing. And I definitely don't trust people who throw around these devil signs. And they're all over. Oh, what the heck? They're throwing these devil signs around. And that tells me who is their master. And then I know that whatever they do, this is not to humans' advantage. It's not for our benefits. It's the opposite. Yeah, they just do, I don't know, ruin everything, rotten everything from the inside out. So that's how I see it. And I've seen it in Germany, I've seen it in England, I've seen it in other countries. It's just how it goes in a moment. But back to the most important part here, Linux. I didn't want to make that video. I get carried away here. And yes, I swear to you, if I need to, I will vent. I'll let it all out. And yes, you can swear back if you really need to. I will pull rule 1 and 2 on you, but you know, you can still try at least. You're still allowed to try. So, yeah. I might have to activate my other old computer here. I just have so many systems still running on it on Voyager. And hard drives. I think I have 4 or 5 hard drives in it. I can't wait. I hope that in the winter time or after winter time spring that I get a brand new computer with an NVIDIA graphic card, I think it will be. So that I can run something like FreeBSD on it, all Linux distributions I want, like Calculate Linux with NVIDIA graphic card support and stuff like that. That would be super great. Get everything back up and running the way it should be. And then I can make far more better videos. And I might have to do another FreeBSD or better Ghost BSD video because just to have a look. And there's another thing I want to look in. I just have to see BSD, you can't really run it properly in a VirtualBox. It doesn't have VirtualBox support just yet. But guys, how can I say this? BSD might just be our way out. If Linux gets compromised, that's the time we got to go out. And, you know, yeah, this here is Ubuntu. And we all can, you know, everybody says, oh, yeah, Ubuntu, their politics and this and that and whatever. It's also very much possible that Ubuntu will be the last stronghold here. Yeah. That they watch their kernels and stuff like that, and that they, you know, when Linux get infiltrated, because they have a business or making business with it, but they keep the idea of Linux free and open source and stuff like that. So they can actually be our last stronghold that they say, okay, we have at least enough power behind it to make a proper kernel and stuff like that. And then we take it from there. You know, once Linux is infiltrated and the competent people are out, then there is nobody anymore checking when the infiltrators are starting changing the kernel, you know, to send data back and forward and stuff like that. And so, I don't know. This is just me thinking out loud. And yeah, so BSD might just be, I mean, Ubuntu here could be our last stronghold. Solus, I do not think they have the manpower to watch the kernel. I don't know how far customizing your kernel with Gentoo, for example, can help you or rescue you, because you can add modules, but you can't influence the base kernel, and that's where they will put their finger on, right? When they infiltrate Linux, it goes to the base kernel, so that everybody has to use it, right? That's what they want. So I can only hope that BSD has enough, I don't know. Yes, they have a weird policy too, but maybe that they have a better way of protecting themselves. So that Linux just walks away, this is reminding me too much on TrueCrypt. And that was crooked. And that was not that the TrueCrypt people were crooked. No, 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 they were threatened. That's 100% sure. And I trust that's the same with Linux. And I don't care what they say. I live in my own world. That's my reality here now. This is it. So, okay, that's my 5-minute video about Linux leaving companies like PayPal, Spotify, and Apple. That they now have law and order authorities, because all governments let them do. Nobody is stopping them. So if you run a business and they don't like you, they can just make a thing in their policy: we don't like anymore DZME Linux, so we just take the channel off. Or better, we let him starve. No, we don't take it off. He has the right to express himself. But like if it would be monetized here, then they would say, oh, we stop the monetizing and you don't get PayPal, and no, we don't take checks anymore and stuff like that. Right? So then people would have to pay me in cars, fuel, bread, sausages, steak, bacon, things like that, milk. Oh dear me. But you see how much power now these companies have? That shouldn't have happened. And I mean, no, I cannot repeat what I said in the other video, then I cannot upload that here either. I'll tell you guys, I have to hold back a lot here. Because as I said, truth is the new hate speech, so we have to be all a little bit aware of what we say, how we say things, right? So, this is it, guys. I don't know where this is going. But I do know I will spend a little bit more time with BSD. And my choice for now is, let's see how Ghost BSD does, and then I go with Ghost BSD. So my idea is, guys, if somebody really listens here to the last 5th minute, what is your take on it? Do you think that Linux won't be compromised, it will be all fine and good, or are you looking already to something else just in case, if that ship is getting wrecked, that we can jump over to BSD or whatever? Let me know, because for me all alarm bells are on. It takes a while, but in a year, 2 years, I trust that Linux is compromised, which is pretty sad. But then we use for work BSD, right? And it comes maybe to a point that one day, and they thought about that too, that's why most everything is almost online now, we would have to work offline, right, to keep our data protected. So you might have to work offline with, let's say, with BSD, and then you boot back into Linux if you need something what you need, only can run in Linux, and do your thing there to transfer it or put it into some forms and whatever. So I don't know. I just watched that very carefully. It's just too obvious what's going on here. It's too obvious. It's not even hidden anymore. Yeah, they always say that the devil had to do his work undercover. Now he can just let it all out and nobody stops him anymore. And I wonder where this comes from, right? So if nobody's standing up anymore, it's just like that. So wasn't it Winston Churchill who said, what, you have enemies? That's good, because once in your lifetime you stood up for something. That's how you get enemies. In Germany we always said, many enemies, much honor. All right. Okay, this is it now. Now you have a little history lesson for free too. Okay, so let me know, guys. My alarm bells are on, and I know I like Linux a lot. I really do love it a lot because it came such a long way now. It's so great. But it's identified by the enemy too, and it's under attack right now. And yeah, let's see how long BSD can withstand. What else do we have? Unix, back to Unix. Is there a pure Unix system somewhere? I think BSD is the closest to Unix, yeah? So, alright, let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, I could not upload the other video here. I can show you guys what I have here. I got it. I still have the trouble that I can't put in OBS Studio a Symlink as a destination for my recordings. Here I got Linux leaving Linux, PayPal, executing government authority and stuff like that. If I upload that video, I might just go to prison. So, you know what? I might just delete it quick. There it goes. Yeah, I know it's in a trash can. I should delete it. No, it's gone, right? Yeah, I deleted it properly. Okay. So, alright guys, I will upload this video, and I hope it rattled a little bit your trees, that you see what's going on and that you're aware. And I think the goodie is here on my subscribers, they are not the soft spots. Yeah, they are not saying they're not social responsible. Oh, no, the opposite is true. But they're not giving in so easily. And that's what I like here on my subscribers, actually. And that's not by a honeypot brushing you guys, because I don't need to. I hope. Because, as I said, this channel will never be monetized. This is it. There will be no PayPal me or whatever it comes and stuff like that. No way. And I will not switch YouTube advertising on whatsoever. I just don't. It's not going to happen. So, alright. Yeah, I needed to vent that out. I hope you guys like a little bit the content, and I hope it makes those who didn't think much about what's happening, maybe I give a little bit insight. And let's all watch together and see what's going to happen. And if somebody knows something, report. Okay, guys, I'm out now. I have to play a game and I have to go back to work soon. And have a good day, all. Love you all. Oh, no, that's offensive, is it? I don't love you. Oh, that's offensive, too. What the heck? I neutralize you. No, that sounds wrong, too. I'm out.